Let's see what you got. Detective Martini? Interesting choice, Detective Martini. May I ask you why? Are you sure, Detective Martini? And why? Interesting choice, Detective Martini. May I ask you why? Tell us, Detective Martini. From what was he trying to protect her? What did they witness, Detective Martini? Oh my goodness, how did she kill him? Great job, Detective Martini.
The bitter end of this dance had come, in a city that had seen too much of the bitter and too little of the end. The truth was as twisted as the city's dark alleys, a lurid tale of love and murder hidden beneath the shining facade of Vaudeville. Count Graveson, a man of charm and cunning with a sinister shadow trailing behind his lofty status. He was the maestro behind the untimely end of Haley Greenwood, Maria Jansen, and Nicola Grossman. A dancer, a socialite, and a businessman whose lives were silenced not because of their own sins, but because they bore witness to another's. They'd seen a venomous love story unfold, the poisoning of Mr. Potter, a man as cruel as the city was bright. The hand that delivered his death was none other than his wife's, Mrs. Potter. A woman whose sorrow had been as silent as her resolve was deadly. India had given her more than exotic sights. It had given her the means to free herself from the chains of abuse. And Count Graveson, a noble by title, a murderer by action, he had shielded her out of love. A love as profound as it was perilous. Graveson was crafty, as cunning as a fox, and twice as deadly. He had spun a web of deception, using tools as disparate as their owners. A stiletto, a manticore, and a butcher knife. Each item carefully chosen, each crime scene meticulously staged, all to paint a chilling picture. A picture that pointed away from him, a finger of accusation resting on innocent souls. Graveson was a puppeteer, pulling the strings from behind the curtains, while chaos played out on the stage of vaudeville. My heart was heavy with the grim resolution, yet there was a sliver of relief. Peace had been restored to vaudeville, its dark secrets exhumed for the world to see. The city could breathe again, and for a moment so could I. The city of laughter and tears, of science and superstition, of progress and decay, had its curtain drawn for a brief intermission. But peace is fleeting, especially in a world on the brink. As I made my way towards the train station, my time in this city drawing to an end, the familiar hum of vaudeville was interrupted. A menacing rumble roared overhead, the echo of fighter planes slicing through the city's troubled sky. They were an ominous reminder that another act was about to begin, on a stage much larger, in a war far grimmer.